I am about to head out on a big monthly grocery haul, my September monthly grocery haul. And believe me, it was not easy squeaking through this last week of August. I think to stick with monthly shopping, it does take a little bit of creativity and a little bit of stubbornness. Because the last week we were starting to run out and run low on things. And I was very tempted to go back to the store and try to get some stuff to carry us through. But instead, I kind of just dug into my pantry, dug into my freezers, went into my garden, and tried to just make do with what we had there. It was challenging. And then this morning, it was very interesting because I didn't realize how low we were on a few of our essential things. But I came downstairs and I went over to make my coffee. I filled up the Keurig with water. I went to grab a coffee pod to put in there, and there was no coffee pods in the basket. So I opened up the cupboard, looked where we normally store on the shelf that we normally have like our boxes of coffee, and there was nothing there, but there was one box of some cheap backup type coffee that we had in the back of that shelf, and I was so hoping there was going to be one pod in there. And of course, even that was empty. So in my house, when the chocolate chips are all gone and we're all out of coffee, then it's kind of like a grocery emergency. So I was really glad that all of that just happened to be the morning I was already going to go back to the store and do my shopping. So I had to stop at McDonald's and get myself an iced coffee because I just really didn't want to do without my coffee today. What is your idea of a grocery emergency? We had that emergency today with our chocolate chips and coffee. What is it that when you run out of it, you're thinking, I have to get to the store right away? It's probably something a lot more sensible than my chocolate chip emergency, right? Anyway, let's get shopping, and I'm going to share with you the haul right after it. So I just got back from all my shopping and got everything unloaded, and this is what I picked up at the stores today. And everything over there, and everything over there as well on the counter over there. This might have been the biggest one yet as far as cost, because maybe just everything's going up. Plus I got a whole bunch of my personal products and other household products today, whereas sometimes I don't do that. So let's get into this haul. We'll start with the meat. I got some chuck roast. That was $14.39, $6.79 a pound. 2 of those. One of them I'm going to use for a beef vegetable soup, and one of them is going to go with another chuck roast that I already have in the freezer. That's going to be like a pot roast meal. And then I got 2 of these top round steaks. I'm going to freeze them and then slice them up and do this recipe I found on Instagram for, it's called crock pot beef and broccoli. I think I made it in July, and the kids who were here that ate it really liked it, because obviously if it's in the crock pot, you can have meat that's not normally that tender, and it gets really tender and it had pretty good flavor. Then I got a gallon of milk. These chicken tenders actually were picked up at Aldi, but my mom had asked me to grab those, so this is the only thing in this whole haul that's not actually for this household. And then we got some chicken breasts, a whole stack of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I miscounted that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these big packs of chicken breasts. And they are 12. This one was $12.08. They're about $2.49 a pound. And there's about 5 pounds in each one. Then I got these chicken thighs. They're $10.32. They're $2.99 a pound. I got 1, 2, 3 packs, and they're boneless and skinless. And I've got probably like 3 different recipes I'm going to be using with those. One of them was like a mushroom stuffed chicken thigh, and that sounded really good. Another one is that shawarma, that sheep pan chicken shawarma. I made it one month already, and I think I posted the recipe for you on my July haul, and that one was really good. I really recommend that recipe. And then this is a say pork loin chops. So there's 8 of them. I'm gonna make pork chops one night. And then I got these chicken thighs, bone in, skin on, and I'm gonna do like a barbecued chicken with them one day. They're $5.19 for this whole pack, $1.29 a pound. I love just basic chicken, baked chicken in the oven. And especially if you have the skin on and you just bake it at a good high temperature, like 400, it'll get nice and crispy. And the dark meat chicken, like the thighs and the legs, they stay pretty juicy. My kids and everybody, we all love that. So, and then I got a couple of these big packs of ground beef. So they're $22 roughly each, and it's 80/20 beef, and it's $3.99 a pound. I have a bunch of recipes that I just break these up and put them in freezer bags and freeze them until I need it for that recipe. I got this ground pork, and I never buy ground pork, but I had this really big desire partway through shopping today to make, and it wasn't even on my list, but I really just wanted to make homemade wonton soup. I've made it before, like a long time ago. I don't know why. Something maybe I saw hit me, but I thought I'm going to buy some ground pork and I can look up a recipe. I bought the wonton wrappers. I'll show you over with my some other frozen stuff. And sometime I'm going to make that this month. Mild poultry Italian sausage, 2 of those. Those are $7.50 each, $5.99 a pound. We love the poultry Italian sausage. You see me do that in my haul all the time. Breakfast pork sausage. I'm going to just do some sort of skillet, breakfast skillet with that sometime. And while we're over here, I'll just show you, I got 3 of these cream cheese. I have a whole bunch of recipes I'm going to be making that call for cream cheese. One of them was that mushroom stuffed chicken, and I don't know, there's other ones too. That called for that, so I got a few of them. Some of the 0 sugar French vanilla I always get, and a thing of half and half. Okay, I'm coming back over here now, and I got 3 bags of cilantro. I'm having some friends over this week, and the mom is from California, so I decided to make the chicken and rice bowl that has the Mexican street corn in it. I decided to make that for when she comes, because I thought maybe she would like that California Mexican type cooking. I really liked it a lot. And then I got some baby carrots. I'm going to use some of those in a pot roast. I've got these Fresno peppers, these red Fresno peppers. I don't know if I've ever really had them because I usually buy just like jalapenos, but a recipe called for them, and it was for like shrimp tacos with avocado crema and mango salsa. It looked really good, and the mango salsa calls for these red Fresno peppers chopped up in it. It looked so good. I can't wait to try that, and I hope I like it. Then I got some of these French beans. I'm going to be using these in my pot roast I'm making, and I'm going to make that for my dad's birthday, which is this weekend. And then I've got a melon, a cantaloupe. I got 2 things of celery. Love celery. Do you love celery? Avocados. I got this whole bag of avocados. There's like 6 of them in there. And then I got another like 4 avocados because I'm going to make some guacamole when I do that Mexican street corn chicken rice bowl. And that other recipe I just told you has avocado crema you have to make. I got a bag of limes. Going to need that for all my Mexican cooking. Bag of lemons and a bag of oranges, navel oranges. They looked really good. I got this thing of American cheese, and that's just for whatever, cheeseburgers. I also bought some tomato soup, so we might do like grilled cheese and tomato soup someday. And then I got a thing of zucchini and 2 things of butter. I bought a lot of baking supplies to replenish. I have one daughter who's 13 and she loves to bake. I got this thing of broccoli from Aldi. Look at that. I didn't notice it, but it's starting to have a yellowish look to that, and I don't like that. But I'm the one who picked it out, So I must just have been doing it quickly and didn't notice it. Then I got 3 of these seedless cucumbers. We love cucumbers and cauliflower. I'm really thankful that my kids do love vegetables so much. My son was just saying, Mom, when you go to the store, please make sure to get fruits and vegetables. And so I got some cauliflower, and I got some sharp cheddar cheese, mild cheddar cheese, and mozzarella. One of the things we're doing now that we're going back to school, and I do homeschool my kids, and I've got older kids. I have a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old. My 20-year-old is still at home, even though he's working and he's not doing school. And then then I also have a 9-year-old. So my 13 and 15-year-old daughters are going to take turns cooking once a week. So one of the things my 13-year-old wants to make is some homemade macaroni and cheese. So made sure I bought cheese for that. I got 2 of these. Actually, I got 1 mozzarella because Aldi only had 1. And then I got this Italian one that has mozzarella in it. 4 recipes. 2 of the mild cheddar. I got this classic hummus. Another thing the kids said was, Mom, get snacks. Because we're all out of snacks. Our cupboards were like bare. And so this is a healthy snack, and Wegmans makes this hummus that's so creamy. I don't know, not all hummus is the same, and this one is so good, the creaminess of it. Sorry if you don't have a Wegmans near you. I got this huge tub of sour cream because when I was looking over all my recipes, I thought, oh, every other recipe seemed like it called for sour cream. So I wrote on my list, get a big sour cream. I got a bag of red onion and 2 bags of yellow onions. I grew onions in my garden, but we've already eaten like all of them, and some of them got a little mushy, so I needed onions really bad. This little bag of little potatoes for a recipe. You won't believe this, but these were $1.99 a bag for a 5-pound bag of white potatoes from Wegmans. So I got 3 bags. I think I only wrote to get 2. And I grabbed 3 because I thought it was such a great deal. My mushroom mountain, 3 of these. They're going to be, 1 of these is going in the pot roast. 2 of them are going in the mushroom stuffed chicken breast, or not chicken breast, chicken thighs. A spring mix salad. I love spring mix. And what I do is I always get the romaine hearts, and then I cut these up. I cut these up and mix it with the spring mix to make that go farther. And we just really love salad, especially me. And then I got a bunch of mangoes. I think there's 5. Remember, I'm going to make that dish that has the mango salsa. So that's mainly for that. But it's also, I also bought enough that we could just eat one of them because mangoes are so good. And I bought some strawberries. We're getting low on fruit lately, and so the kids are really hankering for fruits and vegetables. So we had peaches on a peach tree. We had berries. We've had lots of stuff this summer, but everything's sort of starting to fade out. And now our apple tree is starting to produce lots of apples. I mean, they've already produced, but now they're starting to ripen. So that's exciting, but we don't want to only have apples, I guess. Then I got these, a bunch of bananas. I got 2 of these marinara sauces, 1 of these breadcrumb Italian panko, 2 of these. I've been using so much Parmesan. Do you notice that so many new recipes nowadays call for Parmesan cheese? It feels like everything on Instagram that you come across has got Parmesan in it. Ketchup, a tower of tuna, and 2 of them are the light albacore, and the rest are this chunk light tuna in water. And then I've got this thing of mixed nuts. I've got 2 of these pestos. I'm going to make one of those pesto chicken flatbreads that I've made. This will be my 3rd time making it, so obviously I seem like I really like it. And my kids pretty much liked it too. It has some ricotta on it. It's really good. Some tomato soup, good old-fashioned tomato soup. I think I have 2 of them. I don't know where the other one is. A thing of olives. There's that macaroni for macaroni and cheese. 2 of these brown sugar baked beans that Wegmans makes. I don't really love the Aldi baked beans. I have not tried them in a while, but last time I had them, I didn't really care for them. Then I've got 2 of these flaky biscuits. I saw this one recipe on Instagram that I'm going to make, and it looked really yummy. I've made chicken and dumplings before, but sometimes you find like a shortcut recipe, and there was this crock pot chicken and dumplings recipe, and it calls for the refrigerator biscuits like that, and you just kind of like cut them into chunks and put them into the crock pot with the chicken and stuff in the sauce, and it makes like a easier version of it. It looks really yummy, so we'll see if it is. Okay, I got this cheat thing, wild blueberry muffin bread mix. That's for like school morning if you just feel like making a thing of muffins, and we're just going to whip them up quick. Yes, we know how to make muffins from scratch, but sometimes we do that too. Then I got a thing of garlic. Okay, this was a request. These are like those generic Girl Scout cookie peanut butter ones, but 2 of my kids wanted me to get this. And honestly, I don't buy a lot of junk food, so I felt bad that we haven't had that much around in the last week in the cupboards, and so I was like, what do you want me to get you? And this was one of those special requests. And this here was the other one, the mini Bear Grams. But honestly, it's kind of hard because those don't last long. Once I get something like that, or these, they'll probably be gone in just a few days, and then the kids will be missing their cookies. But Grandma lives right across the field from us, and truth be told, they love to go down to her house to see what kinds of goodies she has. And she usually has a lot more goodies than I do. So I got a thing of pepperoni. And 2 of these fresh mozzarella, sliced mozzarella. I'm going to a get-together this weekend where they asked people to bring a side dish. And I have so many cherry tomatoes in the garden. I'm going to bring like a caprese type salad where I made it for my kids and they loved it, where I just cut the cherry tomatoes in half, and then I took this fresh mozzarella and quartered each slice so it was like a smaller chunk. And then you'll see in a minute, I bought some fresh basil. You just slice that up and combine that with salt, pepper, and a little bit of olive oil, and it's so, so, so good and fresh tasting. It's a good way to use your tomatoes in your garden too. Ricotta cheese. I got 1, 2, 3 ricottas. The ricotta is one of the meals my other daughter, the 15-year-old's making, is lasagna. And so she needs the ricotta, and then we also needed it for the flatbreads. And I got this thing of small shells. That's going to be going into like a beef vegetable soup. Tabbouleh, you know I love tabbouleh. Has anybody tried it since I keep recommending it? Just wondering if anyone's not had it and then they wanted to go out and try it. I really love it. It's just follow the package directions right on the back. It tells you exactly what to do and what to add to it. You don't really need to add a lot. It says chill 1 hour or overnight. You definitely want to chill it. It's supposed to be served like a cold salad. Then 2 of these shells. I figured she can choose if she wants to make macaroni and cheese with the shells or with that macaroni I got. And then I got 2 boxes of lasagna noodles for my daughter who's making lasagna. Italian seasoning I was just out of. Paprika, I'm getting low. Chili powder. Garlic powder. Chipotle chili pepper is for that mango recipe, I believe. I think it's supposed to go on the shrimp that goes in those tacos I was telling you about. Okay, and here's a bunch of packs of this fast rising yeast. My daughter, who's 13, wants to bake. She's made soft pretzels. She makes bread sometimes. And she just wants more yeast. I think we used up the last of it. There's some brown sugar, some more vanilla. Vanilla's getting so expensive. This was like $5 for 1 bottle at Aldi. And Aldi's obviously got cheap prices, right? So semi-sweet chocolate chunks. I got 3 of those. I really like those. I told you about my chocolate chip emergency. I got some chocolate chips. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags. I didn't get as many as I do sometimes just because I also got more of these. Then we were all out of this brownie mix, so I got 3 of those. I really like the brownie mix from Aldi, and I like making it with mixing in some chocolate chips as well. And it just turns out really good, I think. I got 2 of these graham cracker pie crusts. I'm gonna make these, a couple of these Jell-O cheesecake pies with the cherry stuff on top. I got a thing of carrots. I don't know how they're way over here in the middle of all this stuff. I thought I put all the vegetables together, but then I got a thing of this chopped pecans, or pecans. If you're from the South, you probably don't like me saying pecans. This is the King Arthur all-purpose flour and the King Arthur bread flour, because my daughter asked me to get the bread flour. Here's a thing of sugar, a thing of soy sauce, some peanut butter, some brown gravy. I got more of these risottos. Last time I bought this and it was really good. So I got 2 of the mushroom risotto and a garlic risotto and another garlic risotto and a 4 cheese risotto. I'm going to be using a lot of those together because one of them is not enough for a meal for us. And here are some croutons that we're going to use in our salad. There's that Jell-O, the 2 Jell-O cheesecakes mix that I'm going to use with these graham cracker pie crusts for my dad's birthday. I hope he likes it. I have no idea if he likes that. I know he loves cherry pie, but I just decided to go with this because I'm going to do the cherries on top like that has. And then I got some Cheez-Its. The kids asked me to get those. And you know that I like my Great Grains Crunchy Pecan. If you're new to my channel, you'll see that in pretty much every haul. This time, the kids got me to get this peanut butter Captain Crunch for my son. Okay, this was one of my childhood favorites. I never eat this because it's sugary now, and I don't normally buy it, but he and I were talking about how we both like that, and I was just a sucker for the fact that I remember it and it was nostalgic. And then my daughter said, no, get the one with the crunch berry things. I never buy that, but I did this time. Then I also got another healthy one, this pumpkin seed flax granola cereal. It looks good, doesn't it? I like mixing some of this sometimes with the Great Grains and just having something different in that. So now I'm going to go around the other side here and show you what's over here. We've got some of that cherry filling I was telling you that I got to go with the cheesecake. I already showed those and the tower of tuna, and got some of these diced tomatoes with the basil, garlic, and oregano. I love using these in different recipes. I'm going to be making this chicken bruschetta bake this month that I made one time in July, and I really liked it. I might make a video about it because I did not follow exactly the recipe. I tweaked it, and I really loved what I came out with. Maybe I'll make it this month and see if I can make it exactly the same as I did before. And then if I did, and it's still that good, I will maybe do a recipe video for you guys. And then I got 4 of these. There were 6 of these basil, garlic, oregano ones. I got 4 of these with the diced chilies. I got 5 of these tomato pastes. Those are for recipes. There's the other tomato soup, cream of chicken soup, cream of chicken soup. These are for some recipes. And then, am I the only one that uses this coconut oil to make popcorn? I love making popcorn in our like little silicone popcorn maker. If you want to know what that's like, I might just show you or include a link in my description. It's so simple. You just throw in the kernels, throw in some coconut oil, a few teaspoons or tablespoons, whatever, however much you like, and some salt, and then put the little top on and put it in the microwave. And so you don't have to ever buy those microwave bags. And this makes really good popcorn. We were at a little movie night thing we did with the lady from my church, and I told her I'd bring the popcorn stuff, and I made it there, and she was telling me how good the popcorn was. And I got 4 of these beef broths because I'm going to make beef vegetable soup one night, and 2 of these chicken broths just for recipes. So I showed you everything on this table. It was a lot. Now we're going to come over here. I got a whole stack of other stuff over here. I've got one of these big things of toilet paper, one of these big things of paper towels. There's 12 of those and 20 rolls of toilet paper. I got some ginger sparkling water and lime sparkling water. I love these little flavored things from Aldi. This one's grape. I bought 4 of the grape ones, and I got 3 of these fruit punch ones. They say they're naturally flavored. So they do have, I believe, sucralose in them. And one thing I'm going to do in another video coming up really soon is I bought a whole bunch of other brands of these types of drops because I love these. I love these things, but I want to test out and see what are the other ones like. And so I got a whole stash of them. And I am going to do like a drink haul where I just show you all the different ones I got, and maybe we do like a taste test because some of them might be a bit healthier because they don't have sucralose. They're made with stevia, and I know a bunch of people really want to have only either sugar or stevia or something really natural. They don't want the sucralose. So anyway, I'm going to try that, see how that goes. I got a bunch of household products. I got some dish soap. I got some of this Downy back there. Some of this Cascade dishwasher tablets. A big thing. I got there's 62 of them in there. I've got some decaf Wegmans coffee. I like the Wegmans coffee. I'm not a coffee snob though. And I got 12 of these salted caramel ones. 2 boxes. Remember, I ran out of coffee. 48 donut shop ones and 48 cinnamon churro. So now we'll be kind of all stocked up on coffee for a while. We shouldn't be running out anytime soon. I got this. This is something, one of those impulse buys. I don't know if the name got me. The name is what made me want to smell it. So they did do a good job in their marketing. I smelled it and then I said, oh yeah, I like that scent. It's called Fall in Love. It's such a cool, it just makes me think of a cozy little Hallmark fall movie. And yeah, all that together got me sold. And I love the scent. I showed you guys last time the Glade air freshener. I've been using that and I really like that clean linen scent. But in fall time, don't you love to just also try some different things out, like apple and cinnamon and all those types of scents? I do. I bought this for my girls as all different sized Post-it notes because it's back to school. They're homeschooled, but they do like using things like that to mark in their books and stuff. We're always losing scissors. We must own like 25 pairs of scissors, but we could never find them. So I got 4 more pairs of scissors. I got this thing of plastic wrap. I got a card for my dad for his birthday. I got 2 things of batteries because we were basically all out of all of our batteries. So I got a AA and a AAA. These are the kinds of things that made my budget go up a lot this month because I had to get a bunch of things like this. I got some Tide laundry soap. I got 2 of these boxes of tissues. A big, huge, how many is in that? 300 plates. And then I got this whole huge stack of notebooks. Why did I get this many? Well, one is that we run out of notebooks all the time. My girls are like in junior high and high school, and they're always taking notes and using it for writing and stuff. And I'm always finding throughout the year they tell me that we don't have any more notebooks, Mom. So I just bought them because a lot of these were on clearance. I hit the back to school shopping when everybody else apparently has already done theirs. So I got the good deals. And there's this expanding file I needed for my school stuff, and then a few more folders here that were pretty inexpensive. Okay, so this is the last bit of stuff over here. Wow, that's still a lot of stuff for just the very last of it. So there's some hamburger buns, some hot dog buns, a thing of white bread, a thing of English muffins. I'm excited to have these because I probably should have bought more. I want to make some breakfast sandwiches coming up now that we're back to school. 2 of these flatbreads, and each of them have 2 in each, and we've had these before from Aldi. They're very good. So I'm looking forward to making the flatbreads with those and enjoying those. And also I froze them the last time so that I could keep them fresh until we needed them in the recipe, and that worked out good. 2 of these 12-grain breads, and they're good, they're healthy, they got fiber. I really recommend them. Hope you will try them. I got a pack of pizzas. There's 3 pizzas in here. They're frozen pizzas. And then there's all these wonderful frozen vegetables. I got 2 things of chopped spinach, 2 things of broccoli. My friend recommended this bread and butter corn. She said it tastes like fresh corn, so I'm getting that from Wegmans. I don't know what it would be like from any other brand, but it's the Wegmans one. The butternut squash. We love in the fall to make butternut squash up, either mashed, pureed, or, just make a soup from it. It's just something I just love in the fall. 3 of these bags of peas, and 2 of the mixed vegetables, and 1 of these beans. Tater tots, because my 13-year-old, for her meal, one of her meals this month, she wants to make tater tot casserole, which is always a fun comfort food. And then I got a whole bunch of these frozen bags of shrimp from Aldi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think they're 6 something each, and they're not quite a pound. But I have 2 different recipes I'm making with shrimp. One is that shrimp risotto, and one is the shrimp tacos. I got these. I really love these sausage patties. They're already cooked in the morning. If you want to make an egg McMuffin, quote unquote, I guess you're not making an egg McMuffin, that's McDonald's. If you want to make something like that, and you just make up your egg and then have the sausage already cooked, like this is so easy. You just heat it up even in the microwave. And so I bought a bag of those. I got this thing of frozen garlic bread. I'm going to use this. I decided when I'm making my bruschetta chicken bake, it calls for stuffing, but I did it last time making my own, my own kind of stuffing, but I basically just toasted up some French bread and put it with like a garlic oil and stuff and made my own chunky stuffing like that. And it was really good because it went really well with the Italian feel of the bruschetta chicken. So this time I thought, even another shortcut, I'm going to get garlic bread and dice that up and toast it and use that in that casserole. So I will tell you how that goes. Then I got some wonton wrappers. That's for my last minute decision to make homemade wonton soup I told you about. I don't know why this Crisco's way over here, but it's way over here. And we're going to be using this to make things like pies and cookies and stuff. I almost didn't buy it because it was like $8 or $8.99 maybe. And I just can't believe how much it costs. And I wanted to buy generic, but Wegmans only had the brand. Aldi didn't have any shortening. So I just went ahead and bought it. Parmesan garlic and herb pita chips. I got 4 bags of these tortilla chips. We're going to be making, I'm going to be making those dips I told you about. I think I told you I have to make a dip for a party, and I'm also going to be using them for other stuff that we have coming up. Pretzels are always nice to have as a snack. I got this beautiful thing of basil that I'm going to be using for some of it in my caprese salad that I told you about. And then I got these personal products. So I got some hydrocortisone cream. I got some feminine products. 1, 2, 3 different things there. I bought this. I liked it the last time we got it. We're almost out already. The shampoo, this L'Oreal Elvive. I liked it. I've bought these before. Scent Theory for hand soap. And this I really wanted to tell you. I stocked up on Coldies. Have you ever used Coldies? We absolutely love Coldies. Coldies is a staple in my house. I have to have this around. And honestly, you can have like a generic, but it has to be very similar. Like it has to be the zinc lozenge, like the kind of thing you suck on. Not a zinc pill that you swallow, not a zinc pill that you dissolve in your mouth. The reason is, and I looked a lot of this up because I wanted to understand why is this any better. Many of the respiratory viruses and colds and stuff we get will grow in the backs of our throats and right up, like when you get the postnasal drip back there, and that's where they're growing. And the zinc in this is interfering with their growth and reproducing. So it stops you from getting a cold if you take it early enough. Now I know it's not necessarily foolproof, like you might get a cold still, but we have tried these out so many times when we just start to feel a little tiny something coming on in the back of our throat, and we suck on these, several times a day. You follow the directions on it. And so many times it has prevented us from getting the cold. Has a little bit of that zinky taste in there, but to me it's well worth it because I do not want to get a full out cold. I hardly ever get a full out cold anymore because I use these. I've tried to convince all my kids to use them. Some of them, they just don't really love the taste. What I do is I'll wait till like after I've eaten a meal and then take it and suck on it. You don't want to chew it up. You want to leave it sucking in your mouth. And because what it does is it keeps coating your throat with that zinc. Anyway, I'm obviously a big fan of this. I got this at Wegmans, but I've noticed I used to be able to get them at Dollar General, at Walmart, and I can't find them a lot of places anymore. So I am putting a link in my description because you can get them online, and I checked and it's the same price as getting them at Wegmans. And I believe Target has them also. But if you don't have a Wegmans around you, I'm putting a link in my description. Check it out. You would want to have these on hand. You don't want to go buy them after you're sick because the big thing about it is you want to catch it the second you feel the littlest bit of symptoms. In fact, I feel so strongly about these that my kids recently went over for a sleepover to friends, and they told us at the last second that their kids had a cold. And so I thought, oh no. I didn't know if I should not let my kids go, but I basically told them, if you promise to take these, and I made them suck on 2 of them a day when they were there. I said, if you promise you will do it, then you can still go. Because the thing is sometimes you could potentially still get the cold, but even if you do, you get it a lot less severe. It just doesn't last as long. So anyway, fall is coming. And all the cough and cold season is coming, so I definitely want to have those around. And so this was my grocery haul. I'm going to show you now the receipts. Here is my Aldi receipt. It's a very long one, and it ended up being $437.57. Wegmans receipt was a total of $457.57. I also went to Walmart, and that was $163.87. So I will post the total, but I'm pretty sure just adding that in my mind right now, it's gonna be over $1,000, which makes this my biggest one yet that I've ever really had. Wow, that is a big haul. One last thing I want to show you is these little, remember these little fly things that you can stick into the wall? I showed you last time that I bought those, and I was going to tell you how I liked them. I'm going to unplug this. Now, don't be grossed out by this, okay? But this is kind of disgusting looking. But behind, so this is what you see plugged into the wall. Nobody sees anything weird looking, right? But behind, look at how many different gross flies and little tiny gnats and everything got caught in that. And so what you do when this is all filled up is you just pull this out. You just pull this out and then you put the new insert in. And again, nobody sees that at all. They just see this nicely over on the wall. I'm going to put a link in the description for this as well, because if you have a problem at all with flies, little gnats or whatever, fruit flies, I really recommend it. I think these have been so good. I would definitely get them again. And I highly recommend these little fly catcher things. And so I will put that there, and you can see what they are called and what they're and where to get them and stuff online. If you want to, just look right in my description for this video. And so this was a big haul, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this haul today, and thank you so much for watching.